What's up, everyone? Today, we're diving into a really interesting name that's been buzzing around the league lately, Jaden Ivy. The Los Angeles Lakers. If they're looking to shake things up and add some fresh talent, really ought to have him on their radar, according to recent reports. The Detroit Pistons have made it clear that Ivy is available for trade, and it all boils down to how he fits alongside Cade Cunningham. There's definitely some uncertainty about their chemistry. On the court, Cade has just begun hitting his stride as a young, dynamic player, while Jaden Ivy has battled through injuries that have kept him off the floor more than anyone would have liked. Because of that, it's hard to say the Pistons have truly seen what these two could accomplish together. Now, to be fair, Jaden Ivy thrives with the ball in his hands. He's that kind of combo guard who can seamlessly fill either backcourt spot. He's aggressive offensively, a scorer who isn't afraid to attack downhill, but also a guy who can create plays and read the defense to make smart decisions. What makes him really intriguing is his age. He's only 23 and won't turn 24 until February, which means he still has plenty of room to grow and develop. At around 6'5", he's versatile, athletic, and can bring scoring, shooting, and defense to the table. This mix makes him a player you can absolutely build around alongside Luka Doncic, even if that means starting him off as a backup guard behind Luka. That kind of youthful energy and multifaceted skill set is exactly what the Lakers could use right now, but here's where it gets complicated. Detroit's front office reportedly wants to add more depth to their backcourt, but with a different style of player, someone more veteran. Maybe a point-of-attack guard who can bring defensive toughness and stability alongside Cade Cunningham. Ivy makes about $10.1 million per year and is set to become a restricted free agent soon. That's likely part of the reason Detroit wants to move on from him. They'd have to pay him a substantial new contract, and maybe they're not ready for that commitment. So, the question becomes, could the Lakers work out a trade? Maybe something like sending Gabe Vincent plus a first-round pick to Detroit for Ivy. Honestly, I'd be more than willing to give up a first-rounder for a player with Ivy's upside. The tricky part is figuring out what exactly Ivy's value is on the trade market when he's healthy. He's a very good player, but injuries and the limited number of games he's played, just 30 last season, make teams cautious. Still, he averaged 17.6 points per game in those 30 games, nearly a 17-4 and 4 stat line, which is solid production. His rookie season showed flashes to around 16 points, 4 to 5 rebounds, and 5 assists per game. He's not just a scorer. He can create opportunities for his teammates and defend multiple positions. Speaking of defense, Ivy has the size, strength, and athleticism to guard shooting guards and even small forwards, especially in today's switch-heavy NBA defenses. He's not your typical heavy forward defender, but on one end to positions, he holds his own. And if switched onto a 3, he can still cover ground well enough to make an impact. Looking at his shooting, last year he knocked down 41% of his three-point attempts, taking just over 5 shots per game from deep. For his career, he's around 35% from beyond the arc, which is respectable and suggests he has a reliable outside shot when healthy. His overall field goal percentage was 46%, with an effective field goal percentage just over 53%. That's efficient scoring for a guard who plays aggressively and takes his chances. On the defensive rating front, he was around 115 points for last season in 30 minutes per game. While that's not elite, it's solid enough, especially considering his age and the growth potential he still has on that end of the floor. Now, what would Ivy look like on the Lakers? The fit is intriguing because you've got Luka Doncic, a primary ball handler who thrives in pick-and-roll and ISO situations. So having a combo guard like Ivy who can handle the ball, attack the rim, and space the floor would create multiple layers to the Lakers' offense. But, of course, trade negotiations are never that simple. Detroit's interest in acquiring a more veteran two-way guard to complement Cunningham means the Lakers would have to match that style with someone like Gabe Vincent, who fits that veteran, defensive-minded mold. Gabe's salary is slightly less than Ivy's, so that would free up some cap space for the Lakers to add another player, potentially a veteran minimum signing to bolster the roster. The question becomes, what else would Detroit want? A first-round pick? Maybe even a second-rounder? That's where things get tricky. The Lakers have to weigh what they're willing to give up for a player with huge upside, but some injury concerns. If a deal happens with Vincent and a first-round pick, I'm all in. Even if it means adding a second-rounder or another role player, it could be worth it to bring in a player with Ivy's skill set. Having someone who can share the backcourt duties with Luka, give you 15 to 17 points off the bench, and defend multiple positions would be a huge boost. Now, I know some fans might be thinking about Austin Reeves in this conversation. There's been chatter about trading Reeves for Ivy, but that's unlikely. Reeves himself has made it very clear he does not want to go to Detroit, saying straight up, "I ain't going to Detroit," so that avenue is pretty much off the table. Instead, the Lakers could use Ivy to add more depth and versatility, while possibly moving Reeves at some point down the line if it makes sense. Ultimately, Jaden Ivy brings a lot of upside. He's young, athletic, versatile, and can attack defenses in multiple ways. He's got a skill set that meshes well with what the Lakers need: more youth, more scoring punch, and a solid defensive presence on the perimeter. If the Lakers can pull off a deal, he could start as a sixth man off the bench, contributing significant minutes and points while giving Luka some rest down the road. He could even grow into a starting role next to Doncic, providing a long-term backcourt solution for the franchise. Of course, there are questions about his contract demands in the near future. With restricted free agency looming, Ivy will likely seek a sizable raise, probably in the $30 million range over multiple years, but even then, he could still be more cost-effective than Austin Reeves, whose value may rise as he gains experience. From a financial standpoint, the Lakers would have to balance paying both players or deciding who to keep long-term. To break it down further, last season Jaden Ivy played 30 games, averaging just under 30 minutes a night. He attempted nearly 14 shots per game, hitting them at a 46% clip overall. His free throw shooting dipped slightly to 73.3%, down from just under 75% in previous seasons, but he still got to the line about 4 to 5 times a game, showing aggressiveness in attacking the basket. On the boards, he grabbed for rebounds per game, dished out for assists, and contributed a steal and half a block on average. All in all, these numbers show a well-rounded guard who can impact multiple facets of the game. In summary, Jaden Ivy could be the kind of player the Lakers need to build around Luka Doncic, a dynamic young guard who can score, defend, and bring athleticism and energy every night. The biggest hurdles are what Detroit wants in return and how to structure the trade to fit salary cap requirements. But if the Lakers can pull it off, this move could transform their backcourt and give them a new dimension of play. Now, diving deeper into what Jaden Ivy brings to the table, it's important to understand the nuances that make him both an exciting prospect and a bit of a gamble. The injuries he's faced so far have raised some eyebrows around the league. He's only managed to stay on the court consistently for short stretches, which is a legitimate concern for any team considering investing in him long-term. But when healthy, Ivy's impact on the court is undeniable. His ability to attack the rim with pace, finish in traffic, and create separation with his quick first step makes him a constant threat to defenses. That kind of athleticism is rare in a guard who can also pull up and knock down the three-pointer at a respectable rate. The Lakers, who've struggled with consistent shooting and reliable secondary scorers behind Luka, could really benefit from a player like Ivy, especially if they want to maximize their championship window while Luka is still in his prime. What also sets Ivy apart is his versatility on defense. In today's NBA, the ability to switch across multiple positions is essential. Ivy's size and strength allow him to guard both one and two positions effectively, and even slide over to the small forward spot in certain lineups. That kind of defensive flexibility is highly valuable, especially for a Lakers team that has had trouble finding consistent perimeter defenders. He's not going to be a lockdown defender like some specialists, but his combination of length, quickness, and competitive energy means he can disrupt opponents and provide valuable minutes without a major drop-off on that end. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on. Shockwaves are rippling through the NBA as rumors swirl around LeBron James potentially leaving the Los Angeles Lakers after a reportedly tense meeting with the organization. Sources close to the team suggest that the four-time NBA champion and Lakers icon has expressed serious dissatisfaction with the current state of affairs, fueling speculation about his future in Hollywood. The buzz began late last night when insiders hinted at an intense discussion between LeBron and Lakers management, described as heated and decisive. Although no official statements have been released, the mere notion that James, often seen as the face of the franchise, could be ready to part ways has sent shockwaves throughout the basketball world. Fans and analysts alike are scrambling to decipher what this could mean not only for the Lakers, but for the entire league. LeBron, who joined the Lakers in 2018, has been pivotal in restoring the franchise's glory, leading them to an NBA championship in 2020 and consistently delivering stellar performances. Yet, behind the scenes, reports suggest growing frustration with the team's direction, roster construction, and perhaps internal dynamics that have left the superstar contemplating his next steps. The tension reportedly reached a boiling point during the meeting, where LeBron allegedly voiced his concerns and dissatisfaction clearly. While some insiders believe this could be a strategic move to shake up the Lakers' front office or push for key roster changes, others fear it signals a genuine possibility of departure. Speculation is rampant about which teams might be able to lure LeBron away should he decide to test free agency or demand a trade. Names like the Miami Heat, his former team, and other title contenders have already been whispered as potential destinations. The Lakers, known for their star-studded lineup and championship pedigree, now face a critical juncture. The potential loss of LeBron James would be a seismic shift, forcing the franchise to rethink its long-term plans and rebuild without arguably the greatest player of this era. Meanwhile, the NBA community watches with bated breath, fully aware that any move by LeBron could reshape the balance of power across the league. For now, nothing is confirmed, and the Lakers organization remains tight-lipped amid growing speculation. The coming days promise to be intense as fans and media await clarity on what could be the most dramatic storyline of the NBA season. Will LeBron stay loyal to the purple and gold, or is a shocking exit on the horizon? Only time will tell, but the buzz is undeniable. A seismic shift could be brewing in Los Angeles, and the basketball world is watching closely. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.